What's up, YouTube? Just wanna introduce myself. My name is Fernando, and I'm just here looking at the whole market as in general, particularly Dogecoin. Of course, today is the big day. SNL, Elon Musk, everybody's excited, and of course myself as well. And just wanna send everybody good vibes, lots of positivity, and just a good outlook of I want to support the community. I mean, this community is awesome. I mean, there's one thing I have to say about this community is that it's really, I mean, it's really supportive. I mean, everybody has come together, and just really real amazed with how this particular Dogecoin has changed so many lives. And I mean, not that I have made myself a millionaire just yet. I mean, when I first got into this, I actually bought into fractions with Robinhood, and I screwed up. I mean, I'm gonna come clean about it because there's just a lot of people got into this, and like nobody was really pumping it except for Matt Wallace. And shout out to Matt Wallace out there. I mean, he really was out there and pumping it and giving it so much support. And but I never understand it. I mean, I really didn't understand crypto, the potential of it. Some people that I talked to, they would say, no, I mean, that's because it was a joke. I mean, this whole thing was invented as a joke. I even look into what's the guy that invented? I forgot his name. Butcher anybody's names here, but nobody had a clue that we would take it this far. It's just, yeah. Billy Marcus and Jackson Palmer. Jackson Palmer and Billy Marcus. For those who are new to Dogecoin, I mean, those are the founders of Dogecoin. And I'm just looking at it right now here on Wikipedia, Google search. Let's see here. Circulating supply is 127 billion. Coins have already been mined. Wow. Language. See, I'm still learning as I go. And right now, due to personal reasons, I just been, averaging up and averaging down, buying high, selling higher. I mean, I've been really, I want to diamond hand this thing. I want to buy a whole bunch of them and just hold on forever. I mean, this is every time I sell this thing and I trade it and I scalp it, like it's, I feel bad about selling this thing. I mean, I don't even like selling Dogecoin. I mean, I sell it and I buy it back, but it's something about this coin. I gotta say, it's amazing. Makes you want to adopt a dog. Just to I'm just blabbering, but I mean, this is YouTube anyways, and everybody here is pretty. I'm just trying to keep an open mind. Just throwing my thoughts out there for all of you. Pretty much. Let's see what Dogecoin is doing right now. I'm looking at it. Let's see a live daily chart. Looks like we got some resistance up around the 74 cent range, and a little bit of resistance at 72 cents, and a few fractions of a cent. Other than that, we got we're going up. I mean, we're running on higher lows, at least on the daily chart, which I'm looking at here. It's pretty much got plenty of support here. I mean, if it dips any lower than if it hits 69 cents, which is a good number by the way. If it hits 69, you might as well buy that dip because I know I would. I mean, I got, let's see here, what's my average right now? Because I just been playing with it right now. Right now, I got 733 coins. Sold some last night, but I bought higher. Like I bought it right around 74, 73, 88 fractions. And so, what do we got here? 71. Right now we're at 71 and a half fractions. And I'm just looking at the hour chart. I mean, this thing is just running so strong. Since January, this thing's just been pretty much beasting. Let's see. Looks like we got a breakout formation on the daily chart just waiting to happen. Yeah, I don't see why not we couldn't break out of 72. We could break through 72 cents in a matter of, probably an hour or so. But it just depends. We all know that if Elon Musk just starts tweeting, we'll have a little bit of a spike in volume. It wouldn't be too surprising for all the Dogecoin hodlers out there. Yeah, Elon Musk, man, that guy. I remember the first time I found out about Elon Musk. Like he he pretty much inspired me a few years ago into really getting into studying economy, investing, like all kinds of stuff. I mean, that guy's such a genius. I mean, and he's really put himself out there. Really, I mean, if I could say something about Elon Musk, is that guy has paid his dues to make Tesla and achieve so much. It's so admirable. I mean, I remember I was actually in New Jersey, and me and my uncle, we were on the road, and our truck broke down, and we were sitting at a mechanic station up in New Jersey, like around Newark, closer to Elizabeth. And I was sitting there, and there were like magazines at because you know how they got like the waiting rooms. They had a Forbes magazine. I was looking at it, it had Elon Musk on the cover, and they were comparing Elon Musk to Steve Jobs. So I'm like, interesting. Who's this guy? And as I was reading around the article and I was seeing, guy's CEO of Tesla, car. I mean, that was like, I don't even know how long it's been. It's been 3, 4 years ago. And that's what really got me into studying. But I got so off track. I never really got into investing then, because I actually got into like I opened my first Robinhood account in 2019, and I bought like one of the first shares, believe it or not, that I bought at the time was GameStop. I bought GameStop at like $5. I bought like 10 shares, and then I bought it for the hell of it because I just liked the company. I liked the stock, but I was never really enamored with it. I never really understood anything about supply and demand. I didn't understood anything about short interest. I didn't understood anything about so many things. I mean, I didn't have the patience, but at the time being, I was so infatuated with the whole idea of how stock market works. But I started watching YouTube videos. I got into, I think no, actually one of the first stocks I ever bought on Robinhood was Hexo Corp, cannabis company, and that was pre-split. Back then, the cannabis, the Canadian LPs, they were, I mean, the big squeeze already had happened, and I was already late to the party, and I didn't, just jump in. I was like, let's go for it. I mean, I'm gonna buy, weed stock because I know everybody else smoking weed, and it's like I went ahead and decided to hang on to that for a while. Then I started, I bought Aurora, I bought Planet Fitness, I bought GameStop. This are just a bunch of other stocks, L brands. I don't remember. I just bought a bunch of stuff. Didn't know what I was doing. I sold everything. I just didn't understand what I was doing. Then I got into options, and oh my god, I started blowing up accounts left and right. And now here I am. I mean, I got stories to tell all of you guys about all my screw ups, and then some of my triumphs too. I remember one of the first big moves that I did was I bought puts on Aurora one time on her before going into earnings, and at the time they were cheap. They were like at the money. The puts were like $3 a contract or something like that, and I bought like five of them, and they paid out the next day because Aurora's such a crappy company, and made money on that, make some of the money that I had lost on Aurora cannabis, and then I bought Hertz, but one call option for Hertz, way deep in the money, like a 50-cent strike on Hertz, right after they announced what was Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and it gapped up the next day and the day after. I sold it the day after. I bought the call for $50, sold it for 250. At that point, I felt like something something happened to me. Like my whole perspective of life, everything. Because most people would have tell you they would have never touched that with a 10-foot pole. But I don't know. I mean, if you're thinking about retail, can just go in and buy into stock in bankruptcy, they can just buy out their debt and basically own the majority of the float of the shares outstanding. which is not a bad move for retail, even though everybody was saying, oh, Hertz is gonna dilute everybody out. But look, I mean, they got delisted, fell down to the OTC market, and people started buying and making money on it. And then AMC happened. But AMC was when I got into AMC. I really didn't got myself into AMC. I got a friend of mine into AMC because I looked at it and I said, hey, you should buy this stock. Like, why? Because I don't know. I have a feeling because the CEO went out, Adam Aaron at the time being when AMC was trading around $2 a share. He went out and said, look, I'm gonna reach out to retail because I went out and nobody wouldn't work with me. Like he went for the banks, private investment firms, and nobody wanted to, loan him $500 million, which is just what he needed to stay afloat. Otherwise, he would have to file for bankruptcy. He wanted to avoid bankruptcy at all costs. But you know, Citadel, Melvin Capital, shorting the stock, over shorting the stock. They just wanted that. For some reason, they hated that company. They really were looking forward to seeing them go down bankruptcy. Until retail swooped in, GameStop happened, and it sucks because I used to own shares of GameStop way back when it was $5, and I sold them like an idiot because I thought, hey, this is gonna when the pandemic happened and a lot of brick and mortar, a lot of small businesses they closed out on me. I felt so discouraged. You know, I even used to buy puts on GameStop, so I was bearish on GameStop at the time. But then, boy, I wish I would have seen Warren Kitty's videos on YouTube. But it's funny because whenever I would do DD on GameStop, like sometimes I'll go on YouTube and some GameStop video will pop up. You know, I'll watch it, but I never really. And see, it's weird because Michael Burry liked this stuff. Now, shout out to Michael Burry because that guy, he's one of the greatest investors of our time. One of the best bears too, also because if anybody knows how to short this stock, it's that guy. I mean, he knows how to short anything. But he was long on GameStop, and I never understood the whole. Guess I never understood float. Like if you would have told me, oh, GameStop's got 75 million shares outstanding, and look at their balance sheet. They got a stable income. I mean, they got stable revenue. You know, all this, and it's weird because I will listen to some of the because I always like to come, even though I was not because I didn't understand equities at the time. If I would have known then what I know now, oh my god, I would have been that would have been my only position, like Warren Kitty. It's too bad. I mean, all this happened. Well, it's not bad that it happened because a lot of people has made money and a lot of people's not shot lives have changed, mine included. But I gotta say, I mean, this whole chronicle of events has really led me to start streaming because it's like I got so much to say. Like I try to express my thoughts to some of my peers, and it's not for everybody. And there's a certain community that I can reach to and provide any kind of input to. It's just let's see. Sorry, my mind sometimes is focused on looking at Dogecoin here. What's it doing? It's trading pretty flat right now. It's 70 cents and 59 fractions. Oh, look, the 69. That's a good dip. I'll definitely get in right now if anybody's long ahead of SNL. But definitely. I just wanted to, share my thoughts, introduce myself to YouTube, and I want to give a huge shout out to all those YouTubers out there. This is my first live stream, and it's not. This is right here. This is my uncle's shop here, and this is a cool place to hang out and just clear my head and do due diligence. There's a cool pizzeria across the street, and there's a Dunkin' Donuts, and just I like to express my thought process. Hopefully anybody. I'm open to everybody's input, and just trying to keep it sincere, authentic for all of you, whoever's watching, and whoever gets to watch the stream. I just want to let you all know that I love the community, and it's just great to be here. It's a great time to be alive in this crazy market and these crazy times. I know a lot of people have been struggling ever since the pandemic and all that, but I think we're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna come out strong. We're gonna definitely come out stronger. And we got a nice dip on Doge. So hey, if anybody's bullish, this is the best time to jump back into Doge. We're at 65 cents, 80. Oh, wow. Yeah, we got a nice downswing right here. I guess somebody cashed out. We got a whale here. Oh, wow. We got some price action. Ah, man, I missed that here. Let's see. Yep. Yep. And we just bounced. We're bouncing right now. We are bouncing pretty strongly. Oh man. Whoever was able to get filled down that 65 and 90, let's say 66 cents. Hey man. But who knows? We're getting some rejection. We might get some resistance at 70. I highly doubt that 70 could turn into resistance because we got support right around the 60 to 70 price range. All we need is an Elon Musk pump. Or we just need the whole community to come together right now. We need Matt Wallace. We need all you guys. I mean, there's so many out there, and it's a great day. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream for now. Might come back later. I'm gonna do some stuff. I actually just opened a Coinbase account just today. Coinbase just went public a few weeks ago into stock market, and actually had a nice day yesterday. I think I'll buy one share of Coinbase because I like Coinbase. It's a very good platform, but there's so many cryptos up there that you can't exchange with Coinbase. I mean, they need Dogecoin in there. They need a lot more cryptos in there. But Let's see what's going on with Twitter. Excuse me. All right. Well, I kind of don't even want to go out with you guys or whoever gets to watch the stream. I just want to. Oh, look, there's a Planet Fitness right there. I wonder how much short interest is Planet Fitness have. Not that I like the stock that much, but I like the gym. I like the way how it's well managed. But who knows? It might go in. It's got low vol. It trades on low volume, anyways. I look at so many stocks. I just randomly go out there and scroll. I know a lot of people might hate on me because I use Robinhood, and I mean I got a Webull account. I look at the Webull account, but I just don't like the fact that you can't just instantly deposit money and like use it right there and there. I know a lot of people will disagree with me, saying, "Well, you don't really." I know Robinhood. I think Robinhood has potential. I mean, look, look at what every company goes through hard times. I know a lot of people got screwed over in general. I know my friend did. I know a lot of people did. But hey, I mean, there's something to learn. Like even Vlad, which I don't personally like Vlad that much either. I mean, I understand why nobody likes Robin. I mean, perfectly understand why a lot of people don't like Robinhood, but at the end of the day, even Black stated himself, look, everybody when the whole thing happened, when the big squeeze happened at first and you couldn't buy shares of anything. You couldn't buy AMC, you couldn't buy games, you couldn't even buy Sundial Growers, you couldn't buy anything. All the E Trade, Webull, they all have restrictions. Robinhood is just that one platform that everybody is in. Everybody's crowded in Robinhood. And I know there's people that are long on Robinhood. Like, believe it or not, I know what's his face? Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, like he respects Blood. He he gives them nods because he's a great engineer. Apparently he's a very good. I mean, I wish you could call game. I mean, I wish you could call Robinhood like E Trade. Like at least you can talk to a broker. If you could talk to a broker on Robinhood, that would make a world of a difference. You know, I think interactive brokers, like in the sense that if you can interact with your broker, it's a lot better than just let's say I got an issue. Like I remember one time I had a put on LATAM Airlines. I had a put on LATAM Airlines, and LATAM Airlines filed for bankruptcy. That next day, stock went down. I don't remember what it dropped down because, and I was looking at my put and it was like it wasn't moving. So I sent Robin an email, hey, like what's going on? I mean, the stock is down like 50% or whatever it dropped down. And I want to catch my put. What the heck? It's not moving. And I think I had like a $20 put, and I sold it for $100 or something like that. But I had to, it's weird. I had to send Robin Hood an email to let them and with a screenshot and tell them, hey, I got a put here. and the stock is down and it's in the money. Like, what the heck? I mean, I know it's weird, but eventually the price got better. The price changed, and I sold it. And I don't know what I did that day. I think it was I think I was listening to a GameStop conference call. That was last year. Um, GameStop. So much to say about that stock. I know there's a lot of YouTubers out there that that's all we can really talk about because there's just so much to talk about. Ryan Cohen, Warren Kitty, the whole community. GameStop still doesn't have a CEO yet. I mean, I think that's once they announce CEO, that's gonna probably cost short squeeze. Well, maybe not a short squeeze like the one that everybody expects to happen, but a big spike in volume just enough to get a lot of people out of the hole. I mean, it could hit 200 bucks. Who knows? I mean, another thing to look forward to is the next earnings call. And I think one thing that would really, really definitely help out GameStop, AMC, most of the meme stock, and I think the whole market in general, is if we can start to start incorporating cryptocurrencies more. I've been thinking about considering getting myself an e-wallet and buy Doge and see if I can exchange with Dogecoin. I think that's something that needs to be more. I don't think that's elaborated enough in the community. And I know there's people that do talk about that, but it's not put in practice. I know Mark Cuban's already adopted it, and a few people already started adopting it, but it's not on the general mainstream. I think it's gonna be a big game changer when you could like walk up to a gas station and buy gas, fuel up your truck or car with Dogecoin. Or let's say you go to a Burger King, buy yourself a lunch with Dogecoin. Buy yourself a movie ticket at AMC with Dogecoin. Buy yourself a video game with Dogecoin. Shoot, go to Trulieve or Curaleaf and buy weed with Dogecoin or buy medicine. I mean, go to Walmart, buy groceries with Dogecoin. I mean, I can already visualize that, but I think there's just a lot of conflict of interest with banks, with other firms, with the government. I don't understand what's the whole commotion. If we are all helping small businesses, and not just small businesses. I mean, we want to target small businesses because they need all the support they could get. Because the big blue ships, I mean, they got the Federal Reserve. I mean, they got all these resources to keep themselves afloat. But I think Doge is going to start being incorporated more often. I know I can't really speak on behalf of most of you who are more familiar with Dogecoin than I am, who've been following Dogecoin or call it cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency. I'm just a guy who's just out there looking at it, looking at everything, trying to wrap my head around it, and just giving out my views. And I'm seeing that a lot of people on Twitter are starting to do more. Like remember when they were using like Clubhouse a lot. People were on Clubhouse and they were exchanging ideas. Well, I'm starting to see that more often on Twitter now. I've been joining some chat rooms, and it's a great place. I mean, if you can join a chat room on Twitter and express your thought process, your idea, if you that brings a lot of support to the whole community, to whatever underlying asset that you're in on. If you're long on it or short on it. I'm not out here to spread any fire or anything like that. But I mean, let's just be real. I mean, there's all kinds of people out there. There's bears and there's wolves, and then there's apes. So anybody that has an opinion, I'm gonna be live stream. I'm gonna try to make myself more available. Try to do some more live streams and try to better my channel. This is my like I said, this is my first time, and I'm just look forward to it. I really, really look forward to what can happen from here on. I'm very happy, very excited. I'm excited for everyone. Take a little peek at the third screen one more time. We bounce. We bounce. Let's see. Got a little bit of turbulence here. People are buying this dip. Yeah. Well, definitely someone cashed out. Definitely someone cashed out. Let's see. Hope it wasn't Matt Wallace. I'm just kidding. That guy. I got so much respect for someone like him who is out there. He was so outspoken. But nobody else was because I remember when I went on YouTube and I started to look videos on Dogecoin, nobody was really wrong on it. Not even what's his face? Not even Jackson Palmer was long on Dogecoin. Not even him. I'm sure he's kicking himself right now, like a lot of us are, but it's not late. It's never too late. Because as anybody will tell you, I mean, it all boils down to supply and demand. And the more diamond handlers we got in here, and the more people that are not willing to sell and they want to buy and buy and buy. I mean, if you can just buy something, whatever price it is, I mean, if you could buy Google at $2,000, you could buy Ethereum for 3,500 and sell it for 3,550 or 35 or 3,600. You're banking, you're making a profit, and it depends on your risk. Right now, if you really want to make money with Dogecoin, you just gotta buy a whole lot of this. Just hang on to it. You can scalp it, but in my case, look, I've been scalping Dogecoin, and it works. It works out. Like right now, I could have bought it right now, but I got all my money tied up as it is. So I could buy some more, but through personal reasons, I just can't right now. But I would definitely, I would definitely buy the dip, and I would encourage everyone to buy the dip. I mean, if I've been averaging up, you can average down. Let's put it that way. I mean, I don't mind buying Dogecoin at 80 cents if I can sell it for 90. I mean, I have bought it at 30, sold it for 40, bought it at 40, sell it for 60. See, so if you think about it, the price right now doesn't really matter. It really doesn't really matter because it's 65. Okay, let's see. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this stream off, and I'm just happy to be here sharing my thoughts with you guys. Whoever watches the stream, I'm gonna get off right now, but you guys keep following, buy the dip, and can't wait to see what's gonna happen tonight on Saturday Night Live. See, I don't even watch Saturday Night Live. I don't even. The only reason I'm gonna watch is because of Elon. I I mean, Elon could go to. I'll follow that guy wherever he goes. I mean, if he goes to the news, it's funny because you never see Elon Musk on CNN on CNBC. You see all the other CEOs, but you never see Elon Musk on CNBC because he knows those people. Most of those journalists like Jim Cramer and all these guys, they don't understand Tesla. All they understand is how to pump stocks for the heck of it. They talk about fundamentals. They talk about all this kind of stuff. Like the only guys that really understand, like if you want to take advice, don't take advice from like some journalists on CNBC or some analysts because they suck. I mean, if you're gonna take advice, take it from Mark Cuban, Kevin O'Leary. I mean, with you know, investors, like real entrepreneurs, not some journalists. I know from mistake because I will listen to these journalists, and yeah, some of them they make money off the plays, but they're really not. They don't got diamond hands, and none of them diamond hands. I mean, they don't get crypto. So, and Jim Cramer, he's a funny guy. I mean, one day he's bullish, the next day he's bearish on the same stock. So either you're long or you're long. I mean, I know whether I buy GameStop and let's say I sell GameStop at 1,000, hey, I'll buy it back at 1,000 again. I'll buy it at 11 longer. I mean, that's if people will say, you're bearish, you sell your stock. I mean, look, if you're intending to buy it back because you love it, you love the stock, you like the stock, you know, you understand the fundamentals. I don't see anything wrong with that. But you don't want to make the mistake that I have made in the past of not hanging on and not being long on something that you believe in. If you have conviction, you might as well go out there and look at a stock or anything in particular, whether it's crypto, whether it's stocks, or whether anything that you have conviction that you understand, and just do your due diligence always first, and definitely. What's my train of thought here? See, you can tell I got a lot to say. I mean, for my first stream, I don't know. I'm not even got a chart, I don't got an end quote set up or anything like that. But I'm looking forward to improve this channel as I go along. You know, I'm just keep throwing out shout outs to a lot of people. I know one of my favorite YouTubers, Trey Trace. I mean, love that guy. Matt Kors, um, so many. Bruce is good too. Bruce Investing. He's like the guy that likes the bagels. And he likes GameStop a lot too. Um, again, Matt Wallace, one of my favorite ones. And who else? There's some good YouTubers out there that I would definitely follow. If I were you, I mean, I follow them, and they're great. Um, shout out to all of them. And if you're new to investing, I would definitely advise you to follow some people, study, study a lot, because but more than anything, it's all about the diamond things. You know, if you have conviction, if you believe in the company, or whether it's crypto, if you like the community that you're in, let's say it's Cardano, Bitcoin, Ethereum, I mean, they're all great communities. And it's all based in communities. I mean, people that you'll meet are great. So, we got 45 minutes into this live stream, and I want to end it. I was gonna end it earlier, but I got carried away. I kind of enjoy this expressing myself to you, to YouTube, and I look forward to the future comes along. And I want to get back when fully might hit $1 tonight, maybe tomorrow on Dogecoin, but we all know it's gonna hit $1, regardless of what anybody says. There's a lot of people. I mean, there's not a lot of people, which is funny. There's not a lot of people that are really contradicting crypto. I mean, there's always gonna be some people that are bearish. A lot of people that don't like crypto in general, but I believe crypto is here to stay. And once people figure it out how to use it, because they're going to start incorporating it more into general businesses, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So, well, YouTube, it was a good day, good time, and see you on the next live stream.